What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports and back you guys with another video. This video I'm here at the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills NFL Week 7 preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this matchup and get my prediction for who will win this game. Now, before I begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So in this game, we have the winless Miami Dolphins going on the road to face the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Miami Dolphins, last week they just got done playing in the Toilet Bowl Classic versus the Washington Redskins. And it was a battle to see, or a game to see who was going to end up having the higher draft pick. And the Miami Dolphins, of course, they found a way to lose the game. They ended up scoring a last-minute touchdown, went for the two-point conversion to try to win the game, and they didn't get it with a questionable play call. I thought it was a lot better plays. NFL teams, on average, have over 200 plays in their playbook, right? And out of all the plays they could have called on that two-point conversion, they called a dumb behind, I don't know what kind of short pass behind. It was like a dumb screen. I don't even know if it was even a screen pass because it was so poorly executed. And then Washington Redskins ended up winning the game and getting their first win of the season. So the Miami Dolphins going on the road to face a very, very tough Buffalo Bills team. This is a Buffalo Bills team who I told everybody in the offseason, a lot of people laughed at me, didn't take me serious. I told everybody that Buffalo was going to be a team to be reckoned with. The schedule wasn't that tough. And this is a very improved Buffalo Bills team, specifically on the defense side of the ball. And a lot of people in the comment section called me an idiot. They said that the Buffalo Bills were not going to be good at all, this and that. And the Buffalo Bills are one of the better teams in the AFC with a very good defense, arguably the best defense in the NFL, depending on if you think the New England Patriots had the best defense because of their secondary or the Buffalo Bills. But the Buffalo Bills have one of the best defenses in all of football, and the offense is looking not too shabby as well. So going into this game, on the Miami Dolphins, they're playing Russian roulette at the quarterback position. Ryan Fitzpatrick is now starting over Josh Rosen. And once again, I feel bad. I feel bad for Josh Rosen. I just feel very, very bad for Josh Rosen. I think Josh Rosen has a lot of potential. And, I mean, he's just been playing on some incredibly bad teams. And, I mean, you have a Miami Dolphins team that the offensive line isn't good. I mean, Devontae Parker has probably been the most impressive wide receiver that I think personally on the Miami Dolphins. And he's not even that good. And, I mean, the offensive line has been an absolute tragedy. And, I mean, I just feel so bad for Josh Rosen, man. I don't even think Josh Rosen even played that bad the last couple of weeks that he deserved to get benched. I think Josh Rosen has played fairly okay considering the talent that he's had around him on that Miami Dolphins team. And the funny thing is that before this season, Miami Dolphins fans had the nerve to tell me when I said this team will probably end up only winning 2 games, had the nerve to call me an idiot and said I knew nothing about football when I said that they were tanking, and they just called me an idiot. Said I knew nothing about football. This team had a lot of talent. They traded away all their talented players, and now they're tanking for draft picks. So the fact that I just feel really bad for Josh Rosen. Pretty much the best player on their offense is Kenyon Drake. And they're about to give him an extension. I don't even know if he even wants to still be on the team anymore. So, I mean, this Miami Dolphins team is probably one of the worst teams I've seen in all my years watching football. A lot of people can make a legit argument that the Detroit Lions back in 08, I believe, was a worse team than what this team is. But this team is absolutely terrible. On the defense side of the ball, they're not good. On the offense side of the ball, they can't protect the quarterback. They can't keep the quarterback upright. The quarterback, whoever's playing quarterback back there, is gonna absolutely rake back there. They're getting a cream pie. They're getting a two-piece. They're getting a two-piece combo back there. I mean, that offensive line is god-awful. I mean, no protection back there. The run game, they're last in the NFL when it comes to rushing yards per game, and they're not even attempting to run the football. When you got a bad offensive line, Football 101 tells you to run the football because you run the football kind of hides how bad your offensive line is. But not only are they last in the NFL in rushing yards per game, but they're last in the NFL in rushing attempts per game. They're only attempting to run the ball 18 yards. They're only attempting to run the ball 18 times per game. So, I mean, this team is just trying to lose on purpose. And, I mean, they're just compromising quarterbacks they had back there. Ryan Fitzpatrick is nearly as old as my grandpa back there. And you're going to put him back there behind that offensive line. And Josh Rosen it doesn't really matter who they put at quarterback because it seems like you put Ryan Fitzpatrick there, he might have to pop a Tylenol after the game the way he's about to get popped by this Buffalo Bills defense. He's about to get hit like a ping pong bat quarterback there. He's probably going to have to pop a painkiller after this game. And Josh Rosen, you really don't want him playing quarterback back there behind that offensive line because he's only been playing in the league for 2 years. He's probably the most hit quarterback the last 2 seasons in the NFL. So, I mean, he might get drove into an Andrew Luck. He might have to be forced to retire early. How bad this offensive line has been playing. So, I mean, whoever's playing quarterback is going to get killed regardless. Who's ever playing quarterback, I don't know what's the use of benching quarterbacks and starting Ryan Fitzpatrick with starting Josh Rosen, because I don't really know what the Miami Dolphins coaching staff is looking for at the quarterback position. Like, what do you expect? How good are you expecting the quarterbacks to play with the time that they have around them behind a terrible offensive line? The defense can't help you out. The defense can't get no turnovers. So, I mean, and the play calling has been absolutely garbage. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of play they are expecting out of the quarterback position. It really doesn't make no sense to bench Josh Rosen. He's a younger quarterback. At least give him a fair chance instead of putting him back Ryan Fitzpatrick. Ryan Fitzpatrick has been in the NFL for a very, very long time. He's had his chance. Give Josh Rosen a chance. He's a young quarterback. Let him get some experience and at least let him play the whole entire season before you give a judgment of if you need to draft another quarterback or not. So Josh Rosen isn't really getting a fair shot. He hasn't really played that bad other than last week was pretty much his worst performance. But other than that, I think he's played pretty okay with the time that he's had around him. So you want this guy to sit back here and Ryan Fitzpatrick, a guy who's as old as my grandpa, behind that offensive line playing against this Buffalo Bills defense, arguably the best defense in the NFL, behind that offensive line, Ryan Fitzpatrick is about to get absolutely manslaughter back there, and the Miami Dolphins, he might need to take the Miami Dolphins to court for attempted murder, the way this game is about to be, how Ryan Fitzpatrick is about to get shellacked back there behind that offensive line. You might as well call the police on the Miami Dolphins organization for setting Ryan Fitzpatrick up in that situation. You should call the police on the Miami Dolphins organization for even letting these guys take snaps behind that offensive line. How terrible this offensive line has been playing. They're about to get shellacked. They're about to get beat down by this Buffalo Bills defense. If you're the Buffalo Bills, you're looking at this game as a game to increase your stats, if we're just being honest. And it's at home, so the offensive, so I mean the home crowd's going to be rocking and everything. So I mean, if you're the Buffalo Bills, you're just looking at this as another game to increase your stats and try to get your stats up. So looking at my keys to victory, don't even know if I really should give the Miami Dolphins any keys to victory, because pretty much a victory to them would be losing this game and increasing their draft position. So, I mean, but I just have to do it. So my keys to victory, what each of these teams has to do and able to have a chance to win this game, the Miami Dolphins have to be able to score in the red zone. The Miami Dolphins are 30th in the NFL in red zone scoring. They're only scoring touchdowns on 37% of their red zone drives. And the Buffalo Bills are 20th in the red zone defense, allowing the opponents to score 60% of the time when they get inside the red zone. So if you're the Miami Dolphins, you have a little bit of an advantage there, because the Buffalo Bills defense, pretty much the worst part of their defense is the red zone defense. Next up, they have to be able to protect Ryan Fitzpatrick. The Miami Dolphins are allowing the third most sacks in the NFL. They're allowing 4.6 sacks per game. So, I mean, going against a Buffalo Bills that has a very good front seven, a very good defensive line, and a very good getting after the quarterback, you're going to have to give Ryan Fitzpatrick time to sit back there and let his deep routes develop, because that's what he's very good at doing, is throwing the deep ball. So you're going to give him time to sit back there and throw the ball. Next up, the Miami Dolphins have to be able to run the ball. They're 31st in the NFL in rushing yards per game, only rushing for 58 yards per game, and the last in the NFL in rushing attempts per game. They're only attempting to run the football 18 times per game. When you have a bad offensive line, you have to be able to run the football. And what the Buffalo Bills have to be able to win this game is they need to limit turnovers. The Buffalo Bills are 25th in the NFL in turnover margin, so they have to take better care of the football. And when you're playing a team like the Miami Dolphins, this is a team that is you're going to keep them in the game by turning the ball over and giving them the ball back. And also, they need to be able to take shots deep. Miami is last in the NFL in passing yards per completion. They're allowing teams and opposing quarterbacks to have 13.5 yards every time they complete a pass. So the team that I'm going with, no surprisingly, this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, is the Buffalo Bills. I think this game could end up going the same way it went week 1 for the Miami Dolphins when they played the Baltimore Ravens. So I think Buffalo ends up winning this game 42-3. I think Miami finds a way to score a field goal in this game, but mostly I think Buffalo should dominate this game. They should, and it's at home as well, so it's going to be loud. So I think Buffalo puts 42 on the Miami Dolphins, and I think the final score is going to be 42-3 is my final score prediction. The Miami Dolphins are just an absolute terrible football team, and the Buffalo Bills are just going to absolutely cream pie this Miami Dolphins team. So let me know who you guys think is going to win this game down in the comment section down below. Even though we all know who's going to win this game, but just let me know how bad you think the Buffalo Bills are going to terrorize the Miami Dolphins. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching.